Hi, welcome to our channel. We're the Simple Teachers. I'm Whitney.
I'm Angie.
And we're glad you're here today with us. Today we have a great video for you. It is going to be on comprehension, the what and why of reading comprehension. So Angie's going to get us started.
All right, we're going to talk about strategies today, and I want to mention them mostly because they're a little bit misunderstood. So reading strategies, we hear about them, and some teachers do a really great job teaching them and understanding them. Others, maybe they're a little scared of them. So I want to kind of clear the air a little bit. So comprehension strategies are things that we do in our head while we're reading. And we want to teach students to be able to do these things because they help us to understand text. So strategies, and some of those are summarize, visualize, predict, make inferences. We teach these to our students, and they're not the end result of our reading. They're the way we get to understanding text.
Understanding text is the end result. That's what we're aiming for, but we have to have a way to get there, a means to get there, right?
Yeah.
It's a tool.
Exactly, a tool. I remember when I was in the classroom, I actually cut out little tool shapes, and on those tool shapes I wrote the strategies, and I set those out on the table, and then when students were, oh hey, I made a connection, they would pick up the little tools that they were using. Cool. So tool is a great analogy. Cool. So we're going to use those comprehension strategies while we read, and we're going to teach those strategies to our students so they use them while they're reading. And the way we teach them is explicit instruction through modeling, and most importantly, a think aloud.
Yeah. And
some teachers have a difficult time thinking aloud about their thinking. I said that very slowly and precisely. We have to say out loud what we're thinking as we read. We'll do a lot of modeling of those think alouds, but when you're the teacher and you're modeling your thinking of a strategy, you have to be very clear with your students so then they begin to recognize, oh, that's what that is when I have that. That's me. I just asked a question. Or, hey, I'm making a picture in my head. So then they start to recognize when they're having that thinking, and they have a label for it.
Yeah. And something that's helped me with that think aloud is I have a chart, and whenever I teach my comprehension lessons, whenever I'm planning them, I always refer to my chart of that think aloud language, that explicit language. And so before I teach my lesson, my strategy that I'm using to understand the text, I have that language right there. So I'm fresh and I know exactly what language I need to be used to model. So, and we have things to help you guys with that. I'll put links below of language you can use for that.
Yeah, we've made some teacher language that you can use for your think aloud.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with what to say, we've given you something to start with. You can change it and make it your own, but we've given you something. And
it's super helpful. Helpful to me. So.
Yeah, it helps me. I still write it down when I'm writing a lesson. I put my think aloud right at the top, and that just gets things going for me. Now, the end goal, so we said that your strategy is a tool. It's not really that end result. The end result is that you want students to understand text. That's our goal. That's what we're shooting for.
Because they could summarize, they could predict, they could infer, I mean, you name it. They could do it if it works with the text, but did they understand the text?
Yeah.
So that was their tool to get there, but...
And we want them to deeply understand that text.
Yeah.
So we also want those strategies to lead to discussion, to lead to maybe some written response.
Yeah.
We want those to lead to something that kind of shows or almost proves that they've understood that text.
In my classroom, the strategy teaching drives our discussion because
nice.
that's how we're discussing the text is through that strategy we're focused on, or strategies.
Yep. Because you can do one when you're first teaching them one at a time, and then when you've learned a few, you package them together.
Yeah.
We also want students to be able to almost select which strategy is going to work for them. So as they're going along, they might be reading a text and be like, oh, I need to stop and summarize right here.
Yeah.
So they have those strategies in their little toolbox, and then they're able to use them when they need them. And that's what we do.
Yep.
So we want them to learn them well enough that they have them available to use whenever they need them, whenever it's appropriate to use them, and they're proficient with those strategies. So that's really the goal with strategy instruction.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching our video of what and why of teaching comprehension strategies. If you teach comprehension strategies in your classroom, give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share, comment, ask questions, and look forward to more comprehension videos in the future. Thank you.
you.
Simply Teach.